just too busy. Okay, so
well, actually, can we meet more? Can
tomorrow?
Meet
On Sundays.
on Sundays. I mean, to meet. Can you talk about yourself?
Oh, no problem.
If you don't have a plan, of course.
I'm no plan. My only plan is to be with the Gnomiki. And the Gnomiki say never have a plan. Because life is too magical. Life is too big to have a plan.
I try after the reading of books of activity resolution, self-resolution. I start to plan my life. Actually, I do this for only this hard time distance, and I'm so right now I'm so upset and tired.
Oh, don't be sad. Don't be sad.
I mean, from all these plans.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point? Do you know the Lord of the Rings? Hobbits, Frodo and Bilbo?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So did they have a plan?
They don't.
No, they wanted just to live in the Hobbit place, Hobbit land.
Yes. And my friend actually like this. And she was like, "Oh my God, I can't talk with you right now. From 2 for 4, I have the lesson with yourself." When she just tired and sounds like, and I was like, okay, you're right now relaxing, will relax. What will you do later? And she told me, I wanna study then, and I actually asked this. And one day, for future day, for the next day, I asked her about this, and she was like, in this time I wanna working, then I go to the sport lesson. And I don't have time just talk with you.
Oh, busy people, they miss everything.
No, busy, but these things not so, I don't know, important maybe. And I actually also try to do this for the time, like, I don't know, in 12 I need to study or something, and I can do, I did this so easily, maybe, because it's not was a problem to sit and something do, or I don't do this like, I can do this after.
Well, sometimes we need some discipline. Sometimes we can just let it be, because what comes to us, it will come. If you feel it, you'll do it.
I lived maybe a month, right, like this. Well, in 12 I do this. The next I have a free time.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired of this, because you need often need to do what you will do the next.
Yeah, so maybe it's the best not really to think too much about it. It comes to you, you do it. Like now we can look at the fire.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can I?
Yeah.
Some water because I'm talking. I don't
Yeah,
want
it's a good idea to have some tea or some water. So these days, it is like we live in with the hobbits. We are the hobbits, and now the dark forces of Mordor are coming forth, and they think they can conquer us. Silly. Well, we might be small, we might look small, but we have more power than they can ever imagine, because we have the power of life. And if needs be, we are ready. We are ready to go to Mordor. We are ready to try and throw the ring onto the mountain. So never have any plans. What's the use in plans? Well, people had plans for this time, and then a flood comes and your new house or new car is destroyed. You just bought it. Or some evil plans come to be, and people lose their businesses like now. What's the point in planning? Plans are good, discipline is good, but we shouldn't focus on it too much, because life is flowing. Life is a flow. And if you insist on it flowing your way, it won't, because it's like a big river. You can't tell the river to flow your way. You either swim in it, if you can, or you flow in it. You can try and swim against the flow. Why not? It might be interesting. But you don't get upset with the river, and you don't try to be bossy with it. So the Lord of the Rings has a direct connection with what is happening today in 2020. When we need to find our strength, not to get into the panic, which is how much of it is real.
I hope you're not bored here. I just wanna more water drink.
Oh, I love water. Water is magical.
Water.
Water is magical. Because water, you can see future in water, and past and present. Hello, water. Nice to see you here. Okay, so what we do when we read the poem?
Third person of our meets.
Yeah.
Can you talk about yourself just?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, I know your name. I know that you are here often, and you look like a teacher.
Yeah, I look like a teacher. Doesn't mean I'm a teacher. I just look like a teacher.
And these meetings in this cafe, how long it's when it starts? When?
Yeah, so we start at 1 usually, and if we go straight to the poem and then we just discuss the poem, we don't talk about this and that.
No, I mean when you start to have this.
When I started doing readings.
Lessons start when did start for you all these lessons?
Many years ago. Years ago.
Oh, you have a big history.
Oh yeah, I have a big history.
I mean,
and not at this place, but in different places.
That's so cool. Well, how old are you?
I'm 5,000 years old. No, I've been doing
You
it.
look so young.
Yeah, it's a gnomike. It's a gnomike.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a gnomike.
We can start.
If you have no more questions, okay. So when we have a poem, the first thing you need to do is to read it aloud. And because poetry is like a song, you need to hear it, you need to speak it. You can't just read it with your eyes. So first we read it, then we see if there are any words we need to explain, and then we just talk about it and see what happens. No plan.
Okay.
Yeah, so today we have one of poems from The Lord of the Rings, from the book. It's written by Bilbo Baggins. And it doesn't have a title, they never have any titles, but you can call it Farewell in December.
Okay. I have a birthday in December.
Ah. Okay, we read it aloud together and try to listen to how it sounds, and how we feel when we read it. I sit beside, okay, with me. I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen, of meadow flowers and butterflies in summers that have been, of yellow leaves and gossamer in autumns that were, with morning mist and silver sun and wind upon my hair. I sit beside the fire and think of how the world will be when winter comes without a spring that I shall ever see. For still there are so many things that I have never seen. In every wood, in every spring, there is a different green. I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, and people who will see a world that I shall never know. But all the while I sit and think of times that were before. I listen for returning feet and voices at the door. How do you feel about it?
After reading this poem by Biblo Baggins, I feel that he talked about the weather and their feelings, maybe. I don't know. He is in calm down настроение.
Mood.
Calm down mood, and he think that he's and he try to understand what happened in his life.
Yeah.
Because he told the text was wrote of people long ago. I sit beside the fire and think. He tried to
1, 2, 3, just one.
He tried to analyze his life and just be for himself lonely.
Yeah. Do we need to explain any words? Do you know all words here?
Well, I forgot. I don't know gossamer.
Yeah, gossamer is like cobweb.
I actually have a pen. Yeah. And can I just then?
Yeah, that is for you. You can do what you like with it. It has lots of space, you can make notes, that's why we have it. Yeah, you can do what you like with it. It's for you personally. Yeah, a gossamer is like a string of a cobweb. You know a cobweb? With spiders? Yeah, that's the cobweb. Yeah, the cobweb. And the gossamer is just one line of a cobweb. You know, when you wake up in the morning in summertime and you walk out and you have the lines of a cobweb. So gossamer is like a little flying cobwebs in the air.
Okay. Sorry. There is like in Russia protein.
Yeah, but not a big round cobweb, just one string.
Okay.
Gossamer.
Leaves is like level.
Where?
Of yellow leaves.
Ah, yellow leaves, like in a tree.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
yes.
leaves.
Silver, I forgot.
Silver is like you have gold, you have silver.
Wait. I don't understand. Mist and silver sun. It's how it's look.
Again, we talk about autumn.
Gold, sun. I understand.
Yeah, that's why I like this poem, because they have silver sun. Silver sun is really unusual, really strange.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Yeah,
what
but
it means.
if you come early in the morning, especially in autumn, and you have mist, and the sun shining through the mist, it's not gold, it's a bit silver.
Yeah, he just so little and try. Okay. I wanted to draw.
Yeah, you can draw here too, but you'll need to have long hands for it.
This word sounds like silver.
Yes.
Do you know this? It's a food, and I have this in school, and I love eat it with my friends in the past.
Yeah.
You don't know, yes?
No, I don't know. I can imagine.
You need to meet with this beautiful. Maybe you can find this in some apteek.
Maybe.
Okay. I don't know the words. Upon, it's like
Upon.
upon.
On. Upon.
Okay.
Upon.
No, actually, I know all these words.
Yeah, good. So I always get the link for the next poem, and you can see it at Vkontakte and Facebook.
Yes, I need to share this poem in VK.
No. for the next lesson, before the lesson, I always put it on Contact and Facebook, the link. So if you go
it's
to
like your communicate.
community,
Community.
Mhm. So you can go there and you can see the news and you can see the next poem and you can read it at home. You can translate what you need. You can think about it, or you can just come here and discuss it. It's whatever you prefer.
It's so great. I love from poets, Ahmadova,
Yes.
and just a little Pushkin.
Oh, I don't like Ahmadova.
Ahmadova? You
I don't like her. I think she's showing off too much.
Enough?
Showing off. She pretends, oh, I'm so clever. I'm so cool. I'm so amazing. No, I don't like her very much, really. I like Pushkin. Pushkin's good.
He's romantic.
Oh, he's different. Sometimes he's very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Evil, but funny.
I have neutrality for the for this poet's listening, but my mom really loves him, and she buy every book in the past, not about him, about his poems. And we have so many books and tomes of Knig, this writer. I don't read often.
Well, again, Isenin is a funny guy. I'm not talking about his poetry. He's a little bit like Robert Burns in Scotland, because he was well educated, he was clever, but he pretended to be a simple guy from the village, and all other poets knew he was pretending, and they were all laughing at him. Because he was fooling people, like, I'm just a simple guy from the village, I write amazing poems. You'll never believe it.
True. He's not.
But he wasn't a simple guy from the village, he was a very clever person. Yeah. Okay. If you don't have any more questions about this, the words, then we can have a look at it. So like you said, we talk about seasons. Not exactly weather too, but like year.
Summer, winter, autumn, and spring.
Yeah. So year is like a circle.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on and on and on. And the human life is like a circle. Yeah.
It's like a circle. I don't understand.
I don't understand, but here...
I'm sorry, my English is not very good, but I try.
No, it's okay, it's okay. My English is not good either.
Is that true?
No, because it's true. Nobody's English is good, because there's no such thing as English.
Yeah,
English does not exist.
Actually, I think we have a big problem with this language, and I think that actually, I don't believe in this, but some people have adventure from another, because for there it's just a little easier.
Yeah, all people are different. For some people it's easy to cook, and for some people it's easy to dig potatoes, and for some people it's easy to speak languages. Yeah, it's normal.
I also study with myself. I saw some serials or read books.
Yeah, that's what you do.
But it's not helping so much like for somebody who can just Nothing.
Well, you need to build it up. You need to build it up.
Maybe.
Okay, and one of the ways is discussing poetry, really.
Yes, of course.
So that's something very simple, very classical. When life, is like a year. So when you're born, it's your spring. When you're young, it's your summer. When you grow old, it's your autumn. And when you are really old, then you die. It's.
I never heard about this idea.
Yeah, you learn lots of things from poetry. And when you die, it's your winter.
Why winter?
Because it's cold and everything seems
The
dead.
end of year?
The end of the year, and there's nothing alive. It's cold and black and
I
horrible
also
and dark.
don't like this weather.
So it's really, really classical when you talk about seasons of the year, but really you mean life of one person. Yeah.
Life, and he's right now in the winter. No,
Yeah, he's
no,
late in
maybe
autumn.
In autumn.
It's late in autumn. Yeah, so now he says, I sit beside the fire. So is he outside or is he indoors? Is he in a house, in a room?
In house.
So when we say house, a house, always, a room, a house, is like a person. So when you talk about a house, you talk about your private space, your soul, your character, your personality, yeah? And it's something that is yours, something that is you, where you can relax, where you feel good.
Yes.
And he says, I sit beside the fire. That's a fire, in a fireplace. And he sits beside the fire and thinks. So, is it a nice place near the fire?
Nice place near the fire.
Yeah, is it good or bad? If it's bad weather outside, it's late
I don't
autumn.
understand if fire next to you
It's
is
good.
dangerous.
No, because you have a fireplace. You know, a
What does
fireplace.
mean fireplace?
It's this thing. And you have fire inside it, and it keeps you warm. So if you go to Britain,
Warm from your house.
yeah. So a fire is like the heart of your house.
House to your house.
Mhm. And we have this big world outside, or what he describes. A meadow, flowers, butterflies, yellow leaves, and morning mist, all the big, big world around him.
You think that he tried to remember his past?
So now his world becomes really small, just one little room like this room, with the fire. So he is alive, he has fire, he is happy because he has fire.
Fire, it's association, like life.
Yeah, because fire, like this fire, in a fireplace, it's warm, it keeps your house alive. If you come into a house and there's a fire, there's fire in the fireplace, you're happy, you feel good. Because if you don't have fire in your fireplace and it's autumn, then it's cold, it's dark, it's horrible. But that's like your spirit, like your life force, like your heart. Yeah? And he is right next to it. So his world becomes really small. Yeah, really, really small, like one little dot. It was used to be big, and he can remember it, but right now he's not traveling, he is not outside, he comes back into his heart, into his memory.
He tried to return with fire.
Because he doesn't have the strength, he doesn't have the force to actually go and do something, because he's old. He can't go anywhere. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he just sit at home.
Yeah, he just sits at home, but the world he remembers is very big.
The world, he sit at home and the world behind him so big.
But he can't
And-
go there,
and
but he can remember it.
And he remembers.
Yes, and he remembers. So what he says, I think of all that I have seen. Yeah, in the beginning. I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen. Yeah, he remembers all his life now.
Actually, I don't look that it's past perfect.
Yes, it's past and it's perfect. It was very good for him, so he is happy to remember it. Yeah, it is past, perfect past. And when you say I have seen, have been, have never seen, have, it really happened. Have. Yeah? Of all that I have seen. So from this little point, and this little place, he can see the whole world, his whole life.
Whole life, yes.
Yeah, because he can remember it. So first he talks about his summer, when he was young. Yes, summer is when you're young, when everybody runs around, everybody's happy. There are flowers, there are butterflies, you don't care about anything, you're just happy. Yeah?
Yes.
So he says, a meadow of flowers and butterflies. So if you think about your youth, when you're young, and you think about butterflies, does it mean you were happy or does it mean you were not happy? If you think about your youth and you think, oh, it was all flowers and butterflies, were you happy, were you unhappy?
When you're happy, you think about butterflies.
So what about butterflies? What can you tell me about butterflies?
They live one day.
Yeah, some of them live very short.
They start to this life prepare to start their life so long before because in first they're in cocoon.
Yes.
And every butterfly is different. They not the same of another with their pains and something.
Yeah. So yeah, first you're like a caterpillar, a worm. It's like when you're a baby. You're not even a person. You're a baby. You're like a little worm.
Yeah, cocoon.
And then you're a cocoon, and then
Just dry.
when then you become a butterfly and you can fly, and you're happy. Butterflies are strange. Yeah, they're flying and they're so small, and if you touch them, they can die just because you touch them. Yeah. And if you think
They
about,
die if you touch him.
well, sometimes they do. Depends on how you touch them.
It's so angry. I feel like
No, it's
talk.
just not necessarily. It's just their wings are so fragile. Yeah. So tiny.
Sometimes I thought that for butterflies, how they understand their life, because it's just one day.
Well, it doesn't have to be one day. There are different kinds of butterflies. Some of them live a whole.
Yeah, I know.
Someone
live about between months. Yes.
Yeah, not a long time in a human measure.
It's also short.
Well, think about trees. Think about trees.
They think about trees.
Think about trees. Think about stupid camera. Think about rocks. Think about rocks. What do trees and rocks think about humans?
Can I just say this camera? I just interesting for me. Sometimes I do photos.
Well, it's just an old camera I found, because I don't have a good camera. You can have a look at it first.
I don't touch.
Oh, you can touch it. I don't mind. It's not a butterfly. You won't break it if you touch it. It's just a very simple camera. It's just nothing.
Can I exit? I wanna see or something.
Okay, let me pause it. Problem. Again, if you do a bit of Chinese culture, we just talked about Chinese tea. If you look at Chinese culture, they're not afraid of breaks. Yeah, they're not afraid of empty space.
They don't need a break?
They're not afraid of a break. Because if you look at the European people, what they think is, oh, time is money. If I'm not working, then I'm losing money. I need to work day and night. And European people get crazy. If they don't work, they feel really lazy, they feel bad about it. No, I'm wasting my time. Yeah, so the idea of wasting time. How can you waste your time? The idea of time is money, and if you're not working, then you are losing your money. It gets really into people's brains. But if you look at the Orient, at the East, like China or some other places, they don't have this stupid idea. They say, now I can relax, because if I don't relax, then how can I work?
Of course.
Yeah. So, for instance, if you look at Chinese paintings, have you seen Chinese paintings? Yes. Yeah, so it can be like one little plant in here and lots of empty space. So if a European looks at it and says, no, you can't do it, you need to fill it in, you need to have lots of things in it. And I say, relax, relax.
Can I take tea and water?
Yeah.
You don't...
I don't mind. I don't. Which means we should have a look at the poems. Okay, if you don't mind. So we started with looking at his youth, and he was happy like a butterfly. Yeah, and if you think about meadows with flowers and butterflies, what you see is lots and lots of space, lots of air, yeah, because it's outside. Lots of happiness, lots of colors. Because like you said, butterflies can be different color and the flowers can be different color. And his life was happy and easy. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I need to go maybe in 3 p.m. because I have...
At 3?
Yes.
Oh, we have half an hour. Yeah, that's okay. If we don't get distracted, we can just finish. Okay. And then he starts talking about his life when he's an adult, when he has some responsibility, when it's his autumn. Yeah? So how does it change flowers become yellow leaves, yellow leaves, yellow leaves. And the butterflies become gossamers, like flying spiders, little spiders that travel on their webs. Okay?
It's a world.
Mm-hmm. So now we have trees, because if you have leaves, then you have trees, yeah? But what kind of leaves is it? Yellow leaves. So maybe they're still on a tree, or maybe they're flying now. And gossamers, again, it's like flying somewhere, flying somewhere. Yeah, flying.
You know, there's
Yeah, that's orchid tea.
orchid tea, yes, and something like matcha.
Oh, maybe.
I have water. Do you want water?
No, I have tea. So first we had butterflies, and they were busy. They had flowers to play with. And now we have the idea of leaves in the wind and gossamers in the wind. Yeah, you're not sure, nothing is fixed. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, you see? Because if it's butterflies and flowers, they're just happy, they're playing. But if it's leaves flying somewhere and little spiders flying somewhere, they don't know where, they don't know what's going to happen to them. It's just the wind takes them and brings them somewhere.
Yes.
So how does his life change from youth to like middle age? What do you think?
They live and enjoy of their life.
Mm-hmm.
They not accept something great. That's what I think.
Or you can say there's less certainty. Yeah, he's not sure. He doesn't know what will happen next day. He's like that little spider that flies where the wind takes him. And he says, with morning mist and silver sun and wind upon my hair. Yeah, so he goes out. Now we don't have any butterflies anymore. We don't have flowers. It's autumn. Now it's autumn. Yeah, now it's autumn. And he comes out. He comes out into autumn, into his responsible life, into his middle age. Yeah? And he says, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. It's beautiful, it's full of color. Yeah, lots of colors. But I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Morning mist.
Yes.
So what is morning mist? Can you see clearly in the mist? Can you see everything in the mist?
In the mist is... I don't understand what you asked.
Mist, fog. You know mist? You know mist?
Yes.
So if you go out in the morning and there's a lot of mist, can you see through the mist? Can you see what's there?
I see butterfly. You'll see. Yes.
Mhm. Well, the butterflies are hiding. They're not flying in the mist. Now, if there's mist, you can't see anything. Yeah, it's the same idea as with the leaves and the spiders. You don't know what will happen to you. You can't see tomorrow. You can't make any plans. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, right. I'm sorry, I just
Yeah,
enjoy
I
my
know.
chocolate and I can't concentrate.
Well, your mouth can enjoy chocolate and your mind can enjoy the
I
poem.
listen, yeah, actually, I listen.
You can just listen. If you don't want to talk, it's okay. You don't have to talk, you know. I can do the talking. That's fine. if you prefer just listening. Morning mist and silver sun and wind upon my hair. So that morning mist is a change and you don't know what will happen to you. And the sun is very magical. Yeah, so he finds himself in a strange world. Yeah, really magical, really weird. Because of the sun, we think, oh, the sun is golden. But if you look at it through the mist, it's silver, it's like the moon. So you don't know, is it the sun? Is it the moon? Where am I? Who am I? And silver is very magical. And he has silver in his hair. Yeah, he grows old. And now he has silver in his hair. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And that magic comes into him. So first he was just relaxing. He was just happy. He didn't think about anything. And now he's thinking about life and like, why am I here? What am I doing here? What will happen tomorrow? I don't know. And I'll die very soon. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens to him. But silver sun is really, really beautiful. I really like this image.
Yeah, right.
Because that's when you realize, if you see a silver sun, then you realize the world is really big, really magical. And not just, you're not just a little butterfly.
Not just a room.
Yeah, not just a room. Yes. And wind upon my head.
Their woman is so loud.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Or sometimes they have people who sing. They have guitars and they sing. It's really horrible. Oh, because they never hit it.
They don't have a voice?
They don't have the voice. They don't have the ear. They think they can sing. But not today, thankfully. Yeah, and we have lots of wind in autumn because the leaves are flying, the spiders are flying, and now we have the word wind in my hair. Wind wants to take you somewhere, yeah, but you don't know where. You're like a little leaf. If the wind blows on you, you will fly away. It's true. It's true. And you don't know what will happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So now he becomes a bit more intelligent. Not just, oh, I'm a butterfly, but a real person who thinks about life and death and his purpose in life, maybe. Yeah? You know?
I think that he accepts, waits, but he was understand what happened in the past, in his past.
Yeah, because if we say that life is like a year, or year is like life, it's natural. It's natural. It's natural, and you don't say, oh, I want to have spring after autumn, or I don't like autumn, let's skip it. Yeah, you know, if it happens, it should happen naturally. And then he comes back. I sit beside the fire and think of how the world will be when winter comes without the spring that I shall ever see. So we have this big, big picture with lots of air, with wind, with trees.
Yes.
And then it shrinks back. We come back to this little place, little room with the fire.
Oh yeah. Yes. A little room for his fire.
Where he sits near fire and thinks.
Oh.
Yeah, he talks about all that, and we can see it.
Okay.
And then we're back here. And then he is now somewhere here, late autumn, and he thinks about future. And future is winter. And he says, I will not see next spring. Means I will die soon. I will die, but the world will not die. Yeah,
But for him, it's die.
yeah, he will die. He will not see another spring.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just enjoy it. If you wanna know, of course, it's true hot chocolate, not just something weird.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you like love tea. I also love tea. I said I talk about this later.
Yeah. Okay. And so he says, that's where the world will end for me. And now we have another world. So we have a little world where he is. We have a bigger world which he remembers. Yeah? And now he says, there are so many things that I have never seen. The potential, it's even bigger. That's where he is now. That's his life. And if we look at it, we think it's big. But he says, no, really it's not big. Really it's just a little bit. Because the whole world is much, much bigger than you can see in one life. Yeah?
Yes,
So it's like we
but
have
for
circles.
him,
Mhm.
for him, it's he's in the past.
Well, he was in the past in this first part, and now he talks about future
It's not a future. It's not. It's
or present.
right now.
Mhm.
It's simple present. Right.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, but he says there are so many things. I would need to live much longer to see.
I never thought about this before, but present simple is like right now is simple.
Yes, yeah, yeah. That's the point about English.
Sometimes I'm surprised about English because,
Yeah. Me too.
for example, for Russia, we have in Russian language you have a lot of words in other countries
Mhm.
in Russian sound,
Yes.
and easy is, English is so easy if you know. If you want to say something, you just use simple words.
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, ashback for me it was like new word, but when I start to think like English person, a person who speak in English, I was like, oh my god, it's like money, give back to me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It was so surprised for me.
Yeah, there are lots and lots of surprises. Yeah, so like you say, he had past perfect, his past was perfect, and his present is very simple. He just sits and remembers. Yeah, that is true, that is true. And now we have this like a map of reality. We have the center, that's you. Then we have a bigger circle, that's your life, your memory, and a very, very big circle. That's the whole universe, and you're inside it,
Yes, you're inside this world. I think maybe he inside in a world of his memories.
Yeah, the world of his memories. He's
Oh,
inside.
actually, I understand only for this moment, right? Okay.
But the world of his memories is inside the bigger world of the universe.
Yeah.
And because what he can remember is a part of the universe, but the universe is much bigger than that. Yeah.
And he tried to wait. I also repeat word try. I don't know what is his waiting. He's in the memories, and she and he imagine their new future based on the past.
Yeah, but he says it's not for me, it's for these guys, for the new caterpillars. They will see, like he says, in every wood, in every spring, there is a different green. Yeah, so he lives in one wood. It's like a wood with trees. His life is a wood with trees. But there are lots and lots of woods, and each person has his, her own wood to live in. Yeah. And in every life is a bit different. Every life you see something different. Different shades of green, he says. Yeah, different green. So each life is different. So you live maybe that life, maybe this life, maybe that life. And they're all different. And he says, I wish I could see all of them. But I can only see this one, my life.
He's in this point. Finished this conversation because idea of this poem. How can we say idea or thought?
The idea of the poem, the message of the poem.
Message, right? Message. I forgot.
So the idea is your life is really big, but at the same time your life is small because it's only one of many lives. But at the same time it's very big.
He memorized.
No, he remembers.
He remembers, right? He remembers his past.
Well, if you read it to the end, then in the last part you actually see people. Yeah, first he talks about
People
seasons,
who will see
weather,
a world.
butterflies,
Yes.
and now he speaks in the end about all these other people. Yeah, these other lives.
Maybe he wanna meet with new people, which show their for him new world.
Yeah, because he can't go there. He's old.
Well, he wanna exit from this.
No, it's a happy poem. He says, maybe I will die soon, but all these other people will live. Yeah, there will be more people. They will continue exploring life and the universe. And then they will return to him. Yeah, I listen for returning feet and voices at the door. They will come back to him. He's not alone. Yeah, it's not like he's all alone. Like he's all alone in his home and no one comes to see him and he will die lonely. No, he is there, but he's happy because he's connected with all those people. And you live your life and they live their lives, but it's one big life.
He's happy now. He's happy.
Not happy. He is happy.
He's happy now because he remembers his past and he is happy because he's analyst. He's analytic based on good memories.
Yeah. And because he
This
says,
is for me.
yeah, sure. And because he says, we are all connected. If I die, I don't really die. Because as long as someone is alive, there is life. I'm a part of life, and you're a part of life, and you're a part of life, and I see my bit, and you see your bit, and in the end we all come together. Yeah, returning feet and voices at the door. We come together and we tell each other our stories, and we have one big, big, beautiful story, and then we can see that big wheel, that big circle. We can see it, because in the end we come back together and we share it. Yeah. So if you look through a poem, so at first I sit beside the fire and think, it's like, oh, he's lonely, he's sad, he's not going anywhere. Then he tells about his life, and you can see it was big, it was interesting, it was happy. And then again it becomes little. He says, but it's only one little life.
His world is little, but he understands.
His world is big, but at the same time it's only one life. Yeah, his life was big, but at the same time, if you compare it, if you compare it with the whole universe, then maybe it's not big.
But at the same time,
it's only one life. At the same time, it's one person, one life in all universe.
His world is big, but at the same time,
Is small.
Is small for him.
It's small in relation to the universe.
Is small which connects another world, maybe.
Yeah. Because you can see a lot, but still you can't see all universe in one lifetime. Yeah. You need to live like 10,000 millions, billions times to see at least a little bit of it. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. And so but he is happy because all people who live, they are all one big person, you may say.
Yes.
So in each little life you see that much, but in each life you see something different. So each person who lives sees something different, maybe good, maybe bad. And then they come back together and say, oh, I saw a little puppy, and this guy says, and I saw a wolf, and he says, and I saw butterflies. And then you can see the big, big universe, and life never ends. You may die in person, that happens to people, but life will not die, and you will not die. As long as
you will
there's
not
life.
die.
And you will not die.
Yeah, I need to.
You'll never die.
You will never die.
Yeah, you will never die because life continues, and it's like those butterflies, yeah, like the year. Hooray! Those people are very much alive.
Continue. Okay. Can I
So you wanted to finish at 3, and that is 3.
Yes.
So we really had a look at the whole poem.
It's so interesting.
It is.
Like,
That's why I do
poems, because you can see another side in English. In
Yes.
Russia, it's some easier, and you don't look like another person, because it's when you talk in some language, you start to think.
Yes, you start to think in that language.
Yes. And it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. That's why I really love doing it. That's why I do it even if no one comes. But I hope you'll come next time.
I try.
Yeah, just let me know.
Okay, of course. I don't know about next week, but in